Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for a Monday night video. Right here on Metal God 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Right now. Now. Do it right now. Now. Everything is coming. It's happening now. It's happening now. What happened then? You missed it. But we got that. So, do all that stuff now. Alright, as always, no big fancy intros where we actually talk serious here on the Metal God channel. But thank you for watching on this Monday evening, Monday night, November the 10th, 2025. Tomorrow we got Veterans Day, so we have to pay tribute to all the Americans. All the people that fought in the war. All the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. It's your day, all the veterans who fought for our country, America. And around the world and all that good stuff. So tomorrow, Veterans Day, we celebrate America and the men and women who fought for our country. So, it's going to be a somber day tomorrow. And we have the day off work, so. But it is what it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen my channel before, well, first of all, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of anything. Sports, that includes wrestling, because wrestling is a sport. Music, movies, politics, anything I feel like talking about. But mostly on this channel, it is 75% tribute channel, 25% music channel. So if you like music, we got music coming up by Thanksgiving. We got a lot of interesting stuff coming your way, so stay tuned to this channel. I say by the end of next weekend. Lots of good stuff coming your way regarding the wonderful world of music, and going into next year too. So stay tuned for that. And the other half is tribute videos to the faithful departed in the world of sports, music, movies, TV, politics, and life itself. So we got that. So today, and if you watch my last few videos, the last actual video I did was Nick Mangold of the Jets. He passed away last Sunday at a young age. So the Jets had to, they won last week, they won this week, so they're doing it for good old Nick and everything. So, but a great consummate professional football player, and yeah, sadly he passed away due to I think liver disease or kidney disease. So that's that. But on this particular video, as the title below says, we're going to delve into another sport, and that's the world of basketball. And yesterday we lost a legend in the world of basketball, and that is Lenny Wilkins, passed away at the age of 88. His family and the NBA Commissioner Adam Silver announced the passing of legendary coach and player Lenny Wilkins. He had a storied career as an active player, but mostly in his head coaching roles. He was a 9-time NBA All-Star, recognized on both the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams, and his accolades are ginormous. He coached the Seattle Supersonics to their only title way back when. And he also, he won another title with the Portland Trail Blazers in 1979. And he earned NBA Coach of the Year award in 1994, received 4 nominations as an All-Star Game head coach, and it was named to the top 10 coaches in NBA history and the top 15 coaches in the NBA history. He was inducted into the Naismith Hall of Fame as a player in 1989. He was also inducted on 2 more occasions. In 1998, he was honored as a coach, and in 2010 as a member of the iconic 1992 Dream Team. That was with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Patrick Ewing, and a lot of other people on that great team that won gold, obviously. He was a coach of the Raptors from 2000 to 2003. This first year, he led the team to a 47-35 record, placing them as the 5th seed in the East. They fell in dramatic fashion to the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semis. But most of us know him as the coach of the Atlanta Hawks, with Dominique Wilkins and Mud Mutombo. No. 2001 and 2002 saw a bit of a dip to a 42-40 record. That's with, I believe, this is with the Raptors, which was good for the 7th seed. The team was eliminated at the hands of the Detroit Pistons in the first round. And then in 2002-2003, was another decline as the team missed the playoffs entirely as they went 24-58. And then after that, Lenny Wilkins and the Toronto Raptors split up. And that is pretty much it for that. But he was a great coach. I remember when I used to watch basketball. I don't watch much basketball these days. I remember Lenny Wilkins on the sideline, always like this. And he coached a lot of great stars. He won number 14 for the Hawks, number 19 for the Cavaliers, number 19 for the Trailblazers. And he joined the Trailblazers in 1974, the Cavaliers in 1972, and the Atlanta Hawks in 1960. He coached the Seattle Supersonics from 69 to 72. I know he, and he was also born in Brooklyn. He born in my area, 1937. Exact date, but he is 88 years old. He died in Medina, Washington. So, another Brooklynite passes away at the age of 88. So, Lenny Wilkins, a great coach. Great coach. On the Atlanta Hawks. He used to hang out with Hubie Brown of the then, he used to coach with the Knicks, so he has, that little lineage with Hubie Brown and everybody. He won 1,332 games, 3rd most all time, as the coach of the Sonics, Trailblazers, Cavaliers, Hawks, Raptors, and the Knicks. I forgot he was the coach of the Knicks for like a year or two. I think it was a year. He retired in 2005. He coached 2,487 games, most in the NBA. Also won an Olympic gold medal as coach of the 1996 team. The 92 team, he was an assistant coach. He's only one of 5 men to be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as both player and coach, joining John Wooden, Bill Sharman, Tom Heisen, and Bill Russell. Christian Adam Silver said in a statement yesterday, Lenny Wilkins represented the very best of the NBA as a Hall of Fame player, coach, and one of the game's most respected ambassadors. So much so that 4 years ago, he received the unique distinction of being named one of the league's 75 greatest players and 15 greatest coaches of all time. You put Pat Riley on that list, too. He was 6 foot tall, grew up in Bed-Stuy, of all places, Bed-Stuy. His father was a chauffeur who died when Wilkins was 5 years old. His mother worked in a candy factory. He didn't play for his high school team until his senior season. And his parish priest wrote to the athletic director at Providence College asking that Lenny be considered for a scholarship despite his limited play. He became the Friars' first big star, a 2-time All-American at Providence. and he led them to their first NIT appearance in 1959, then the finals in 1960. His number 14 was retired in 1996, the first jersey retired by Providence College, and in 2006 he was a member of the College Basketball Hall of Fame's inaugural class. He was a member of the St. Louis Hawks before they moved to Atlanta. The St. Louis Hawks chose him in the first round of the 1960 draft. In his second season, he played 20 games because of a military commitment. And I'm taking this from ESPN, by the way, not Wikipedia. But he returned full-time in 62 and 63, led the Hawks to 6 consecutive playoff appearances. And in 67-68, his last season with the Hawks, he finished second to Wilt Chamberlain in MVP balloting. He was traded to the Supersonics in 68, where he averaged 22.4 points per game, 8.2 assists, and 6.2 rebounds. He was an all-star in 3 of the seasons he was there. And before the 69-70 season, Sonics GM Dick Vertleib, I hope I'm saying that right, Vertleib, asked Wilkens become player coach, which he did. In his third season as player coach, the Sonics went 47-35, the first time in franchise history the team finished over 500, way before the Sean Kemp days, way before that. He was traded to the Cavaliers before the 72-73 season, which was not popular in Seattle. He averaged 20.5 points, 8.4 assists for the really bad Cavaliers. Because the Cavaliers used to suck very bad back in the day. Before LeBron came around. He represented them in the 1970 All-Star Game. Spent his final season as player coach for the Trailblazers in 74-75. Before moving to coaching full-time, where he went to Portland. Actually, he went to Portland for a season. That was one season. He returned to Seattle as coach in 77-78, replacing Bob Hopkins, who started the season 5-17. Ouch. He led the Sonics to the NBA Finals that season, where they lost to the Washington Bullets, who are now the Wizards, in 7 games. He brought the Sonics back to the finals in 79. They beat the Bullets for their first NBA title. First and only title, I believe. He was very well-mannered, and the players that he coached and, coached against really respected him. One of them, former Seattle standout, Detlef Schrempf. Remember that guy? I remember that guy. That guy had the weirdest name in the world. Anyway, he called Lenny Wilkins a leader in the community who will be missed dearly. He was one of the many in basketball world to honor the legendary figure. Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors coach and former Chicago Bull, played under him from 1989 to 92, called him an incredible man, and the Warriors held a moment of silence before Sunday night's game against the Pacers in Lenny Wilkins' honor, a decision that pleased Indiana coach Rick Carlisle, who said, "I ended up following Lenny as president of the National Basketball Coaches Association, the NBCA. Did a lot of things to further the profession, the pension, benefits, stuff like that. He was a great communicator with things like that. He coached 4 other franchises to the playoffs in 95. He set a record he thought would last forever when he passed Boston Celtics coach Red Auerbach as the league's all-time leader in coaching wins. He celebrated that with a cigar. He was ultimately passed by Don Nelson of the Warriors, legendary Don Nelson, sadly passed away as well. Second all-time with 1,335 wins, 3 more than Wilkins. Greg Popovich of the Spurs since passed both of them before retiring with 1,388 wins. He retired after coaching 32 seasons, held the all-time mark for wins, losses, and games coached. Rarely had superstars on his team. The only Hall of Famer Wilkins coach in his prime was Dominique Wilkins, no relation. That was back in the 80s. And the Hawks put out a statement saying, "We would like to extend our condolences to the family and friends of the great Lenny Wilkins. Beyond his excellence as a player and a coach, he was an innovator, a trailblazer, a winner, and a leader not just in Atlanta, but every community in which he played and coached." He was inducted to the Hall of Fame, like I said, in 1989. He went in as a coach in '98, continued to coach through the 2004-05 season, inducted into the Hall in 2010 as an assistant coach for the '92 Olympic Dream Team. He was tough, but he didn't look it because he was a pioneer. And he was from Brooklyn. He retired to Medina, Washington, and for 17 years he ran the NBA Coaches Association, and his Lenny Wilkins Foundation has raised millions in Seattle, where he remains beloved for bringing the Supersonics their only title. But there is no Supersonics anymore, because I think they moved to Oklahoma. They're now the Oklahoma Thunder, which sucks for Seattle, because they don't have many teams there, besides the Mariners, the Seahawks, and the Kraken! Among that's the only 3 teams that are there. There's no basketball team up there anymore, which sucks, but, But Lenny Wilkins was a great man, growing up, watching the NBA, mainly watching the Knicks. Well, the Knicks and the New Jersey Nets way before they went to Brooklyn. And they stink now, but I digress. But, when I saw the Knicks and the Hawks, I always looked at Lenny Wilkins. He was such a great coach. Rarely you would see him get pissed. Rarely. But when he did, he went off. It was crazy. But he was a great coach, and sadly, he passed away yesterday at the age of 88. So, as I always do on my Rest in Peace videos, I like to give a ceremonial toast to the faithful departed. So, to Lenny Wilkins, rest in peace, sir. I hope you're coaching Wilt Chamberlain and all the greats up there in heaven, Bill Walton and company, up there in heaven, having a great time on that hardwood floor in the sky. So to you, Lenny, rest in peace, sir. Cheers. And that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button as well. Share the video all over the internet. Leave a comment if you wish about Lenny Wilkins and everything. And that's pretty much it. Have a great rest of your Monday night. For you wrestling fans, we got Monday Night Raw coming up in about 15 minutes. Should be a big, huge show from Boston. Cena's going to be there. Possibility of Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. He might be there. Brock Lesnar, rumored to be there. AJ Lee as well. Punk is going to call out Logan Paul. So, we got 2 weeks to the Survivor Series, so we got a big, huge night tonight. Women's Tag Team titles on the line. Stephanie Procura will defend her title against Raquel Rodriguez. We have that. And a whole lot more tonight on your 2+ hour Cure for Insomnia on Netflix. And that's Monday Night Raw. So, enjoy that. We might talk about it a little bit later tonight, but we'll see what happens with that. But thanks for watching once again, everybody. Be safe, be well, and remember, live life to 90%, because the other 10%, I don't know, but take each day as it comes, one day at a time, because we never know when our final day will pass. So just take it easy, and just live your life to the fullest, and make it a good one, and that's that. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time, peace.